Hello everyone, Peter here, Piotr Fissner. Guys, so the question is, can we fix it? Customer have brought in, booked at bookrepair.online.co.uk this stuff. You know by the title, so yes. And there are adapters, yes, so it's a regular ISO connector here from this, yes, which is far better, because but it is an ISO as well here, surprise, surprise. So yeah, I think somebody did some job on it, and to be true, it's a mishmash right now. And so we've got this one here. No, actually that's a different one. Oh, I love when it's, like, not done the way it's supposed to be. Somebody starts something and never finish, or never had a time, or whatever, does a mistake. But anyways, so we've got a DaZhong Wince with EU map YSD-7ln. Now, what the problem is with this particular model is that it's blowing fuses. It's blowing fuses. So car radio, blowing fuses. That's what we're gonna look in today. From what I see, well, I know somebody was here, but from what I see, it would be better to go from the bottom, but you can't uncover the bottom without uncovering the top. So let me get another Torx. Torx won't help. Let's get some. Oh, this will do. Oh, should at least. Okay, let's get this apart. Some small container. Observe the sizes. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a mechanism for the CD, DVD, whatever. That's usual way of doing things. Then you need to uplift this one to have an access to the bottom. And at the bottom is a main board with amplifier, usually, like at Hyundai there is a LAN 8940 which we had on this channel. That one didn't have amplifier, yes, built in, and you can distinguish the difference in between them when you don't see a thick sheet of metal or aluminium. That is taking off the heat from the power amplifier. If you don't see it, well, then you know. Okay. Let's get the other side undone. So yeah, with the internal amplifier, you always have to have this heat sink, otherwise how it would take, the heat off. Okay, so now it's the screen of the rest. Ooh, that's a small main board, to be true. That's more modern. Okay, let's get those 4 screws now off the way, because there are 4 screws here. Because we need to disconnect optical drive from the rest. Oh, that screw is not holding properly to the thread. Yeah. That's what, only That's a regular connector, you would know how to disconnect it. You just slide these out and you can pull. But somebody did something to this ribbon cable. I don't know what they've done, but it doesn't look too great. And it doesn't fit like... Well, that was a weird experience actually. That didn't go as usually ribbon cable is going off. I don't know what was wrong here, but we might have some extra fun when putting it back together. Okay, so there is one more screw, hence I get a problem. Okay, let's check the other side. Yeah, now it's fine. Yeah, now it's trying to go off. This and this metal is done as well, so this should go off to the top. Shouldn't be a problem for this to come off. Okay, yes. Now the power comes in here, and here we need to take a photo. Somebody did damage the antenna, which is weird. Now where the antenna should go? Okay, I think I know. I'll show you. Somebody was here and have damaged the antenna, so this here comes to this cable, and here I see and that's shield, it matches, so that should be here. Then we've got a micro soldering as well, and the diagnose. So yeah, so micro soldering and the diagnose. Now what we can do, the best way would be to take everything apart. This is on 2 screws holding, and then it comes to the display. And on the other side, what do we have on the other side? Okay, whoops, sorry guys. Sorry for this. Okay, so this, in order to take away, we would go through extra hassle. But this one we can take apart, which is nice. Okay, cool. The fuse can stay, this can stay, but we get certain screws here, which I will take a photo of. So I need to take 2 photos now off. Yes, I'll take a photo from on this side. I'll take a photo from the inside, at the inside, and I'll take a photo to let customer know that his antenna was damaged when we've opened it. Yes, so we can see that, you know, not me who done it, but it was the way it was. Okay, we can take it apart. Okay, so the display can go off, but now we need to mark it so that we know which side of the ribbon cable will go to which side. This one here. The only problem is I don't have any mark. Okay, we can do it. So we're making a dot on this connector or line, and we're making as well on the ribbon cable, and then you know exactly when you pull it out, how to put it back. Now, what else do we have here? We got this. Okay, so that's my marking here, the red one. Now this is okay. This antenna is pulled off anyway for some reason, so it's no point. 4 screws on this RF module can go away. One, 2, 3, and 4. Wow, I can count to 4. Better than counting to 2 only. Okay, I can't detach this module from... Okay, now it went. That's fine. No pins are damaged. Samsung memory is okay. So it's fine, looking okay, looking good, doing fine. And we need to take this main board out. Now, because the antenna is pulled, and it's fine. Trying to unscrew it. Okay, and the last is here. I don't see because of this. So we get the last bit here. Wow. Okay, got it. I'm trying to do and show you and do it, you know, so it's a bit not nice. Okay, so the last screws we have is a 1, 2, 3, well, at least look like 3. 1, 2, 3 here, and there will be few out on this side, which is fine. Okay, let's do those inside 3 first. I don't think somebody had the right screwdriver who is doing it, but I might be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. So screws are looking a bit undone the wrong way, but again, I might be wrong on this one. Okay, the last one. And now we've got this amp here, power audio amplifier, yes, and the 1 long and 2 long. Okay, we've got ya. No, one more screw above the connector. It was wise to do, to mount the extra screw there for the stability. Okay, and it's still holding somewhat. Shouldn't know. It's looking like there's an issue. Okay, we've got this one and I can't pull it higher, so the best way would be to unscrew it. That would be the best way, because everything else would be the worst way. Oh, we can't. That's new. Well, but we have to. There's no other way around it. How you can take out this main board? If you count the top, Well, we can try to get this one. Okay, that still makes sense. On both sides there are two last screws which we can get rid of, and then this whole big metal part should go off. And once this one will go off, then we should be able to pull this main board out. Okay, now we should be able to, yeah, we should be able to get it out. Okay, so that's the thing. Now we can put this one back, and we can measure what's causing the short on this board. We need a microscope for that, that's for sure, and we need to move stuff aside. So I'll put you down here. This one. Okay. This one on top of that. We can have our scope close by. So what we need right now is my wooden won't be needed expander for this. But what we need is switch on the monitor, switch on the microscope, and push you into the more comfortable position. Okay, so now that's a connector. And this connector comes to here. Okay. So now what we can do is we can start to measure things. If this stuff blows fuses, that means the power rail is shorted to the ground. So that's a huge capacitor here, so this capacitor should be shorted. We should have a leap. Where are you? Here. Those two should have low ohm resistance. Yes, but it's growing on the capacitor. But it's only 8 ohms. No, sorry. That's 3-4 ohms. So we need a ground. Somewhere we need to get a ground. Okay. That's a... Okay. So plus should be on, yeah, plus is on this side, and my ground, that's a ground, this one is a ground, and this has 3 ohms. Now this one has as well 3 ohms, so not only this one has 3 ohms, I'll show you. So I'll get a ground here at the antenna port. Now on both sides of this is, look, it's only 6 now. Yes, it was showing me 3 before. And on the second pin, as well. It's bad. Yes, it's bad, it shouldn't. If you've got short to the ground, this means something on the way of this is shorting. So what can we find here? That's a power rail, that's a big cap. What's shorting? Oh, here you are. So let's look for the visible damage first before we will go into any conclusion. And if we can't find anything with our visual inspection, we can then start to measure again. And do you know why I knew that this big capacitor would be a cause of a short? It's because big capacitors are on a power rail. So that's too far. That's another power supply for something else here. And that looks like a short on the main rail. So somewhere here. That's a quartz. That's too far. There's one diode. This diode. Check this diode. Okay, because diode should go only into one direction, shouldn't go into the second direction. So it's 5.4 ohm and nothing here, so the diode is okay. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. 5.3 ohms and the red is now here. This diode is a problem, guys. That would make sense. I don't know what the symbol is of the diode, but it's something. The diode should never ever. Oh, look on the crack. Do you see the crack? I don't know if you can see the crack. I'll try to zoom the light. I don't know if you can see, but the crack is visible. So for sure this is a culprit, or one of the culprits, because it's letting current to the ground. So let's desolder this and let's check that capacitor if we will still have that short. If no, yes, we can just find a replacement for that diode. Come on, monitor, switch on, back on. Okay, no power. Yeah, I've got time to fix other people's devices and I've got no time to fix my stuff. And even working on the Sunday at night, yeah? Yay! Happy days! Okay, let it. Or not, or no. Okay, yes, it's powered on. And my soldering iron, if you didn't look what I was doing. Need pliers now. You want to, I'll do it off the camera. I just need to pull this diode off. I don't want to grab it with my fingers, and you know why? Because I'll burn myself. You could use solder station to this as well. You don't have to use, you know, okay, so it's this way, so I need to mark it down how hot it is. Can I grab it? I can grab it. Okay, so it's this way. Let's switch off this. It's anode and cathode. Okay, so I'll make a photo just in case I wouldn't put anything straight away, but I know the direction now. It doesn't mean I will know it, you know. Oh, there is a picture actually. Okay, but anyways, I'll still do it. So the good thing is that there is a picture which direction this diode should go. I'll show you. You see? Ta-da! That's a diode signal, symbol. And then where is my picker? One of my favorite tools, to be true. Simple, yet really helpful. Where are you? Okay, I'll get a probe, because we will waste too much time. So now you see that's a symbol of the diode, and current should go in this direction only. Should never go in this direction to this direction, because if so, that means we've got a short. So let's look at the multimeter. We know we had short, yes, so now no short on this side, it's 1.0, and especially no short on the other side. You see, now let's get that capacitor, same capacitor as we had this short on. Where are you, big boy? Here. Okay. Let's get you hooked up to the same antenna port we had, and that's 5.2, and the other side, nothing. You see? Huh? This time nothing. And again here, 5.1, and again here, nothing. Okay guys, so now let's take this diode under the scope, and let's zoom in so that we can see it clearly. Yes, and now let's see, we will touch both sides as I'm doing. You see that's a 5, yes, and let's reverse it and get other probe on the other direction. Come on, I'll hold it with my fingers. And that's as well, you see? So that's a problem. That's a diode. And that's a problem. So before we can do anything, diodes are for the protection mode, and that's 1N5401. Okay. Do I have this diode? Maybe in some TV, who knows? IN or 1N5401. IN or 1N5401 IN. I'll pause, I'll write to the customer that I found a fault and if he wants to proceed. If so, I can look for it and try to solder a next one. Okay guys, so I did let customer know about the diode. We've agreed that I need to replace it to check for further damage. I'm thinking, because I've got a power supply from one of the TVs, which I could use, you know, I could use diode just for a test purpose, I mean, yes, not to solve the issue, but for a test purpose, so that we could then order another one. Yeah? Mainboard. I see that I took from other mainboard one bridge rectifier, and I don't see that board here. That's weird. Anyways, okay, so I won't hold you. I'll use this here. I'll use this for a test, you know, because we can't use that diode. That diode is, you know, unfortunately useless. So I can desolder one diode here, and we can compare. I know that these are 3 amps diodes because I've checked it already, and we've got only 12 volts here. You know, in this we don't have a lot, so any 3 amp diode will do, anything similar to that. But I don't want to put customer some old diode. I will order now, only it will take, you know, several days. So either customer will wait on this or will not wait. Yes, we will see, because I don't have in stock those diodes. I don't have them. So the only thing I can do is I can desolder from something else, like here, for instance. I'll check the meter. As long as it will show us in one direction, that's fine, because that should be the other way around. So that should be here, and here that should go through. Yeah, that goes through, and that's 400. That's fine. That's okay. So we've got open loop in this way, which is proper, and now this way it's 400. So that's fine. I can use this diode for a test. Can unsolder it. As I said, I don't have this diode installed, but it doesn't mean we can't improvise. I've used from this. Okay, now I'm home. Now I know what I've done. That's fine. I'm using components from different electronics. At least we know this diode is fine, so they last really long. These are not capacitors, you know, so come on, don't be cheeky. Oh, here is the direction as well, so it doesn't want to go. That's power supply. That should. Okay, it wasn't the fault of the diode, it was the fault that it was holding it the other way. I was overheating this. So actually, I could take it apart, yeah, quicker. Anyways, okay, it is what it is. Ouch! It is hot. Okay, so now I've got one component which I need to put back here. If I won't put, then it won't work. I need to check only how many amps. If this is more amps, that's okay. Put this faulty one here. Need to compare these two. So UF5408G, yes? UF5408G. Now UF5408G, and we will see that's 3 amp, only 1000 volts. Okay, that one was to 100 volts, this one is to 1000 volts. Oh well, no problem then. Yes, no problem. Now it's colder, which is fine. Now we need to bend these, because these are bent to the bottom. Okay. Cool. Happy days. Stretch it up. Very good. So that's a diode. And now we need to do it so that it will be in this direction. So that's like this. It's not too thick. Will fit, or too thick and won't fit. might be too thick. But come on, you're not so, like, comparing these two, I would say that this one is not smaller, not thinner than, oh sorry, you don't see the screen. You see, this one is the faulty one and the second one is a good one, but I think it's banded, and that's why it doesn't want to fit. I can't stretch it better. Well, I have to fit it. If I won't fit it, it won't work, yeah? Okay, it doesn't want to go. The second side doesn't want to go either. Okay, so what I can do, I can scrub the surface slightly with a knife, and hopefully that will help us with this friction there. Maybe some solder is on it, and that's why it doesn't want to go. So both of the sides, so that solder is soft, you know, so you better watch out because it's a lead, so leaded solder. If you solder in it, if no, they could use unleaded solder, so it should be okay. If no, I'll have to grind it, and I don't want to grind it. No, guys, it still doesn't fit. Okay, so in that case, let's switch off this iron to not overheat it, because I'm replacing those tips too often. Okay, yes, I can see that tip is just banded, but it's not a new diode, so it's difficult to it would be better to just grind the tip and then I can clean a bit the surface, but I don't know if cleaning will be like enough. Okay, let's do this like this. Okay, and now I need to fit into this hole. Okay, now what I'll have to do is I'll have to solder it this way, the way I'll show you. Okay, I'll have to solder it this way. Now the only problem is that it won't go out on the second side, and it has to go out on the second side because that's a dual layer. Yes, so then what's happening is here I'll have to put first something which I can grab onto. These are the holes. See? And these holes are not really great. That's why what I can do is I can first try to remove some of the solder. And now I can use the iron again. Cut off the excess. You see, if you do the recording, unfortunately you comment and you spend more time on it. Normally this job you could do quicker. But hey, you're learning if you're watching. So at least you're gaining. I'm losing, but you're gaining. Now, normally this works. That should be enough time, but this time I have to do it longer. Something was stubborn. Okay, this side, this hole is just better than the factory. Literally. It's better than the factory. Now this side, this hole, and the second hole. Guys, better than the factory. Come on, it's ideal. I would say nailed it. Yeah. Good. That's not helping. Okay, so you see now it went through the hole. Because I've cleaned it, yes. Now we don't need to push it further than that, but we need to add more flux. Because if we won't add more flux, that will make us trouble with soldering. Let's solder these babes. Let's swim it in. See? Nailed it. Nailed it, nailed it. Oh, it didn't overheat the diode. So let's check now in this position here. Let's don't clean anything for now. Let's just measure. Because if we measure and it's fine, then we can clean this one. Yes, so we got 300, 400, 500, and it's growing because that's a capacitor on the way, which is fine, but it's no short. That's a short. And it's growing. Okay, so it's fine. Now that capacitor, and we've changed the polarity. You know, that's what. Okay, so we got this one. Now when we do this, it's growing. Great, awesome, nailed it. Now has to beep and has to stop. Yes, very good. So now the last test will be with our antenna. Okay, so same pins. We are on the antenna connection, and we are measuring first one. Beep, that's a ground, and the second one, that's no ground, guys, and that's growing, that's capacitor. So guys, this is ready to assemble and test. Now, of course, we need to clean the flux, yes, because that would be left messy otherwise. isopropyl brush and some paper, kitchen towel. Okay, cool. Happy days. One small diode and a probe. Come on, isopropyl, go out. Okay, let's get this sorted. Isopropyl is non-conductive, so that's a good thing because connect to the ground, yes. Okay, let's look. This connection here, not bad. Happy days. Yeah, I see that this side is stable, so it's nice. It's nice, it's stable. Okay, now we can look here, but you see the solder is going out. Can you see? Oh, I'm frozen. Guys, you can't see, unfortunately. I don't know what happened when it had happened, so I'm okay, now it's unfrozen, now it's unfrozen. So okay, I thought, you know, that it died. What I wanted to show you is this surface here, that you see that the solder went through the hole. Okay, through the hole here. And you can see that, oh, it's freezing. I see that frames are freezing. But anyways, I need to finish the recording then because I don't know what's happening with this. But let's see. I'll hold it so that you will see, yes? And that's it. And I need to stop this recording because I see that it's glitching. It has lags. I don't know why it has lags, but it has lags. But the solder went out to the other side, so we're happy. Guys, what I can say, we will see if we get a fix. It looks like, yes, but I need to plug it in and see. I thought I can do it with you. Of course, the picture is dead. In the next day recording, probably, or in a few days time, I will put in the title a fix, diode issue and fix. So if no, it will be done as a part 1, and see you in the next video. Bye.